Hi everyone, this is John Girardi with Right to Life of Central California, bringing you another video in our 40 videos for 40 Days for Life series. 40 Days for Life is the international campaign of prayer and presence outside abortion clinics throughout the country and throughout the world. If you want to learn more about our campaign here in Fresno, I encourage you to get in touch with us by going to rtlcc.org or giving us a call at 559-229-2229. Today I want to talk about a very difficult topic in the universe of subjects relating to abortion, and that is the question of abortion in the case of rape. What we've seen more and more in doing school presentations is that this is sort of the question that really consumes young people with sort of how they are thinking about the abortion question, that there is in their minds no possible justification for abortion even in cases of rape. And I want to give basically for pro-lifers, because this is probably the most difficult question about the ethics of abortion, is what about someone who genuinely did not choose to get pregnant? Someone who genuinely never made a choice to get pregnant, who against her will has been impregnated. In any other case, failure of hormonal birth control, failure of a condom or something, people made decisions and ran risks that they knew could result in having a baby. In this case, this is not someone who ran a risk. This is someone who, against their will, was impregnated. There's no sense of, you engaged in the activity, you need to live with the consequences. No, you can't do that. You cannot legitimately say that to someone in a situation of rape. So how do we respond to it? First of all, the first thing I like to do when talking with people about the topic of rape and abortion is, if the only reason you are pro-choice is because of rape, then congratulations. That means that you and I agree on something like 99% of abortions, okay? The overwhelming majority of abortions do not involve situations of rape. The overwhelming majority of abortions are chosen for various kinds of social reasons, financial reasons, not wanting to have a baby right now. Overwhelmingly, abortion is not chosen because of rape, okay? So that's the first thing to understand, is that if someone says, well, I'm pro-choice because of rape, you should almost turn the conversation around and say, oh, well, that means that 99% you and I are in agreement. You're 99% pro-life. Now let's have a discussion about this last 1%. The response we have to have towards rape, I think, is by highlighting the importance and validity of the lives of both persons involved here, the mother and the baby. To approach it with an attitude of extreme love and care and concern for the woman who has gone through this horrible ordeal. To have an entire society-wide commitment to assisting this woman who has gone through something so horrific, but still to keep in mind the fundamental humanity of the child who has been conceived by her. And I like to do this by talking about people I know who were themselves conceived in rape. I know of at least, I have met and know at least 2 or 3 people who were conceived in an act of rape. And these people are not aliens. They're not, subhumans. They're not monsters. They're normal people. They are normal people with normal lives. Some of them are mothers and fathers and husbands and wives and friends and sons and daughters. They have relationships with people. They are normal people. One woman I know who is conceived in rape, she's a pro-life activist. She's an attorney in Michigan. She has a number of children. She's married. She's an attorney. She's a mom. This is a normal person. This is not some kind of monster. And this person, her life had dignity. Her life had value. Her life had worth, even at the very beginning, even though conceived through an act of rape. And the question is, well, did my life have meaning? Did her life have meaning as someone who was conceived in an act of rape? And I think we have to say, yes, that person does have value, just as the woman who experienced the rape has value. I've talked a lot about this concept of the spectrum of disability, that all human beings live on this kind of spectrum of disability. We enter in this world dependent upon other people for assistance and help and support and love and care. When we come to our time of strength, we provide that care. to others. And we often provide it gratuitously and without being asked and, without expecting anything in return. If my parents were to get really seriously sick, I would care for them. And it's not a question of, well, I didn't ask for them to get sick and to have to become their caretaker. No, I'm their son. If they get really seriously sick and need someone to take care of them, that is my obligation. We have unasked for duties and obligations of care that arise naturally from our being, from who we are as human beings. And this relationship of mother to child is one of them. But beyond the relationship of mother to child, it's not just an obligation on mom, it's an obligation on all of society to that mom. These natural bonds of affection that we have extend beyond the nuclear family and can go to all of society. All of us in society need to help the mother who is pregnant through an act of rape. Her friends, her family, her political community, her church, her associates, everyone needs to pitch in to help these women who are facing such difficult struggles. That's why we at Right to Life Central California, any woman we encounter who's facing a difficult pregnancy, we try to do our absolute best to assist them with material needs and soon with the opening of our Obria clinic with medical needs as well. So the only response I think we can have to the question of rape and abortion, it has to be love. It has to be a radical realization that all of us deserve love, that all of us are tied together because of our common humanity, because of our common frailty, our common weakness, to be able to have this moral imagination to see in the unborn child ourself. Because we were that small, we were that dependent, we were that weak. Even if we weren't conceived in rape, we were still that weak, that small, that insignificant, and it was only through the gratuitous love of our mother to sustain us in her womb that we were able to be born and to have the lives that we have. So I don't know that there's any argument against abortion in cases of rape will be subject to people attacking you and saying you lack compassion for rape victims. I don't know that this is a lack of compassion, though. I don't know that I don't know that abortion solves the problem of rape. I think it creates another problem, the destruction of another human life. For Right to Life of Central California, I'm John Girardi.